Weather, rain, and shiny days, we be on that grind, ayy. All my underdogs get ready, it's that time of year. Early mornings working late, hustling, play by play. All my underdogs getting ready for takeoff. We game day ready, game day ready. All that pain in the game got my chain heavy. Game day ready, they ain't ready, dog, yeah.
Starting Lineup's a company that provides field and facility branding, basically creating the environment where athletes chase their dreams. What's going on, guys? Jesse Garcia Jr., CEO and founder of Starting Lineup. So think about it on game day. You put together your starting lineup. You're starting 11 in soccer, football, starting 9 in baseball, whatever the sport is, right? So in order to even have a game, in order to even have practice, training, whatever that case is, the environment has to be created. Lines have to be painted, logos have to be dropped. So that's one of our sayings to our prospective clients, make us a part of your starting lineup, because without us, game days aren't possible. And Game Day Ready kind of piggybacks off of that. Without facilities being prepared, branded, lines being painted, fields being prepared, game day doesn't happen. Prior to starting Lineup and how it kind of came about, I was working for the local municipalities, doing similar things. I was working for the Park District, maintaining fields, painting lines for games, and preparing facilities for the athletic programs and events that would take place in the municipalities that I worked for. And now, fast forward some years, I'm providing that environment independently to different municipalities, schools, small colleges. I don't remember the exact day, but it was a weekday. I was at Miramar Athletic Park working for the city of Miramar. And the head football coach at the time, and still head football coach, Coach AJ Scott, drove by the park and asked our superintendent, Victor Marla, hey, do you guys have somebody that can paint fields? We're trying to get our game field done. And then he just looked over towards me and said, him. He was like, him? And then Coach called me over and realized that he used to coach my younger brother at the school. My brother was a field goal kicker, so was I. He was like, hey man, I'm trying to get my logo painted on the field. I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll definitely try it out, Coach. I haven't painted a logo on the field before. He's like, we got the stencil and everything, so no worries. So yeah, we tried it out, and that was kind of that moment where wow, this is something special, like being able to create the stage for a game and then go into the game and seeing your work being displayed for everybody to enjoy and set that environment was a really special moment. And since then I kind of just wanted to keep going with it, Early on, there was a lot of obstacles, right? First time starting a business, first time kind of doing it independently. Before I clock in, all the equipment and paint is there. If it's not, hey, we need some stuff, and the city kind of takes care of all that. And then when you take all that on, you got to make sure that you keep track of inventory, make sure equipment's maintained and serviced and ready to go. As well as when I was in the municipality, everything's kind of covered, right? So you don't really have an understanding of what things cost. So that was a huge barrier early on, understanding just what it actually costs to do what I'm doing. So on the tough days, I probably have to say my wife and kids, because it gets lonely out there, right? You all of a sudden, start this company, and especially early on, not knowing what costs they're supposed to be. You got to build your base before you can then build a team. So those early days, just being lonely out there, just me, knowing that when I came home and would show my kids the work, Daddy, that looks like it's printed on the field. That's so cool. Whoa, that's a lion. That's a bobcat. Those moments are okay, you know what I'm saying? I have a support system. And my wife always encouraged me. She made a lot of sacrifices for this to even happen. Before I started the business, she had her own business, and she kind of put that aside because she saw how hungry I was to grow this and how passionate I was about what we do provide. And honestly, without them, those tough days just wouldn't even be possible. When I first started, like, it was literally just me. Like, I would have my hand hanging out the car, you know, holding on to number stencils, driving to the next school. Early on, man, Zachary Larkin, I used to work with him in the city of Miramar. He'd come after work and just bust down any field I needed, regardless of the time, helped me get through it in those early stages, and forever grateful. He still, you know, puts in hours with us, and I'm so grateful that he contributes to different projects and gets to, you know, still be a part of our growth in a capacity, and it just means the world to me. Also, my brother was an early on bought in. Like, he had his own jobs and stuff like that. He was like, damn, like, you're really busy painting the fields and stuff like that. He was like, you need some help? And I was like, yeah, for sure, man, of course I need some help. So he came out a few times, tested some things, and honestly, like, that has been one of the hugest blessings. We have a whole different locations set up because of having my brother on the team. He runs our Orlando, you know, Central Florida area. And probably skill-wise, probably one of the best in the industry, you know, when it comes to painting. Like, he really just dove in and like, all of the fields done in Orlando, like, that's off of his lead. You know, he paints almost every logo out there unless it's a bigger project and, you know, there's, you know, more crew members, you know, involved like that. That's been amazing. Not only, you know, be able to keep it in the family to an extent, but just to see him grow in that area has been special. You know, find something that he enjoys, and then to be able to, you know, put it out there. You know, another guy I have to mention is Shakir Jarrett. I remember when I first started, had maybe like 10, 15 clients. I was like, hey man, you got some availability next week, man? I got 4 schools to do. Back then, like, that was huge if I had 4 schools. That was before robots, you know what I'm saying? So like, every line mark was measured and painted, you know, by us. And ever since then, man, like, he's been putting in work and helped us get to this point. Helped me with a lot of behind the scenes stuff, kind of getting social media organized early on. And he was a childhood friend as well. We played soccer together in high school and stuff like that. So it's really special to foster those relationships and build it. And another one, man, like, I'm so grateful for the relationship we developed. Like, we met online, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe 10 years ago that would have been weird to say, but I just saw videos of this guy washing cars and building his car wash business, and washed my car, you know, a handful of times and stuff like that. And we just kind of kept in touch, sharing each other's stuff on social media. And then I was coming into football season 2 years ago, and I was like, damn, man, I need somebody else. I really don't have time to train people. And then he just came on my timeline, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna call him, you know what I'm saying? So I DM'd him, I was like, hey bro, I was just wondering if you had, you know, some spare time to help me out during football season. He's like, yeah, man, I'll see what hours I can give you. Yeah, man, it's been amazing since then. Like, to not know somebody and then them see your stuff and want to share it all the time, that's almost better than your best client. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're sharing off of the strength of, like, I like what you're doing, we've been great friends since. I don't think I name dropped because I was just so excited to talk about him, but his name is Lamont Kroom, Chef L, Tupac, depending on, you know, what hat he's wearing in that moment. I don't want to pigeonhole him in any area, but he's a chef, rapper, cook, you know, all the things, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously out here, you know, he's helping put together fields and facilities, and it's been an amazing relationship to build.
How you doing, guys? Jesse Garcia from Starting Lineup. We just finished the painting for Adidas Field at Trash Pile Stadium. Come check it out.